Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Notta podcast cast. Your host tonight will be me, Tara, from Star in Bloom. And this is another episode of Tara's Midnight Madness. Yay! It is exactly now 1:08 a.m. in the morning. So we are doing good, guys. It's not another 3 a.m., 4 a.m. night. I thought I would come on here. It's been a while since I've done another episode of Not a Podcast Cast, as I like to refer to it. Isn't that a tongue twister, everyone? No, seriously, I haven't done an episode because I was supposed to have a special guest come on, but we had technical difficulties, and then I had 2 other interviews lined up, and they were no-shows, so I'm having a grand old time. I guess this is why Midnight Madness is a one-man show, a loner wolf show. I thought I was really going to have something special for you guys, but instead you're stuck with me. Yay! And I've been a little bit busy, actually, which is why I haven't done one loner session. I have been busy doing all kinds of crazy projects right now to do with Star and Bloom and Midnight Madness. I set up a store in Etsy, and I had to design a few pieces to go in there. Nothing crazy, but I've had people reach out and tell me that, I should put a paywall on my stack or do some things like that, or they wanted a way to support me. And I just figured, you know what? I will go the merch route before I go the paywall route. It's not that I'm judging anybody, but I really enjoy keeping my work free for right now. I have other plans and ways that I would like to make money or not, depending. The merch for me is just exciting because I really love the idea about somebody somewhere in the world will be rocking a t-shirt or drinking out of a coffee cup or decorating their binder with a sticker or buying one of my notebooks just because they think I'm awesome, or hopefully someone will even buy one of those magnetic car little decal thingies that have my stack address on it, because that would be so cool. Just rolling down the road in another country, rocking out my little decal. Sorry, I have grand dreams, okay? It would be awesome. I would just give that shit away if I was rich. I'd be like, I want you to wear that, or I want you to have that cup. Oh, yeah, man. So, that's one of the major projects that have been in the works. Um, Nothing too crazy there. I mean, I don't really have any expectations. I just thought I would do it because it doesn't cost anything really up front. A couple of cents per post in Etsy. I can live with that. If nobody buys anything, then nothing happens. And if people want to support me, they have a venue or an avenue, not a venue. Yes, they have a venue. Let's get married to my stack. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't. Or actually, please do. No, I don't know how I should answer that question. Anyways, let's moving on, okay? It's gremlin chaos mode. I am exhausted. I have been in the process of setting up a TikTok, which I've never had, you guys. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, and making videos on your phone sucks. Let me tell you, all these websites wouldn't be very hard if I had a laptop. But when you're trying to navigate everything on your phone, including Etsy, it's a pain in the butt, especially when you're setting up. Because yes, they have 2 different apps, the buyer and sellers app for Etsy, but let me tell you something. You still have to do stuff on the desktop site, okay? And try doing that on your phone, okay? It doesn't always, you can't always zoom in on the desktop site. So I'm having issues, okay? My brain is exhausted. I am really tired trying to do all this stuff. And I've been playing around with the little avatar images that I was so blessed that a friend had set up for me, because when I joined TikTok, I wasn't exactly ready to put my real face out there on that. I was like, I don't know about that. I'm really shy. And although at this point there is almost zero Canadians aside from my family members on my stack, um, I still would be so like weirded out if somebody was like to like, oh, your star in bloom. I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, I'm not saying, okay, that sounds conceited. I'm just saying I'm pretty shy, so I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. To be recognized. Um, Not that I go anywhere too often, anyways, but still, like, I don't know, I'm just shy. It makes me feel weird. Um, I don't know. There's that. And then, oh, I got an Instagram. And then I did a Facebook account, businessy account thingy. And then I did a LinkedIn. Although I don't really understand what LinkedIn's going to do for me because I am not sure. But I still set one up and I still post there. And I still post on Instagram and I still post on the Facebook. And I'm doing the TikToks now. And then it reminds me of that thing. And then, and then, and then, what movie is that from, you guys? I cannot remember at all. It's so funny. And then, and then, and no, and then, when they're going through the Chinese food freaking takeout. Oh my goodness, that I want to say that movie is from that show, but I can't remember. Oh, it's so funny. That part was hilarious. And no, and no, and then. Oh boy, okay, that's hilarious. Alrighty, so I have been busy and then I've been working on collaborations. As you guys see, I'm always open for collaborations. I love them. I think they're fantastic. You really get to know someone, you get to experiment with all different types of writing. And, you know, someone asked me today if it was hard to keep track of all the different things that I write because I write about so many different things. And I never realized that not everybody does that. My brain is just like, it's got so many ideas in it at any given time, and I don't even post half of them. That's what's crazy. Like, I don't seem to have too much of a problem keeping track of everything I do. I love it. I love how the differences. I think if I was to stick to one genre according to all the statistics, I would probably grow at a better rate. But I don't care because I'll be honest with you, I would get so bored. I'm so mentally hyper. I just couldn't handle it. Like I don't want to write all trauma pieces like with, healing and all that. I mean, it's wonderful. And I love the idea of helping others with my stories, but I also am quirky. I'm zany. I want to write comedy. Sometimes a piece will just pop into my head, like the raisin thing. I'm just talking about how I hate raisins, and all of a sudden I'm like, I got an idea for a piece. Raisins are the grapes that were left out in the sun to die. Like, or even one of my not so funny comedy pieces, which I don't get you people. Come on. I'm not the only person that finds poop funny, okay? And I really don't believe that. But I mean, I had this idea because my friend was talking about how he had to submit his paper for a peer review. And I have read many peer reviews over the course of my lifetime. But somehow we ended up talking about poo. We were on the phone and we were talking about poo. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm going to write a piece on poo. And, and literally on fecal matter. And then all of a sudden, when I started using that word, I was like, fecal matter, peer review. Oh, I want to do a mock peer review on fecal matter. And I could not stop laughing. I'm sorry, I have the humor of a 10-year-old boy, okay? It is funny, and I'm a boy mom, okay? Like raising little boys, you and having brothers too, and also working in the healthcare industry. Yes, I have a really poopy sense of humor. I mean, you can't say fart in front of me without me laughing. Although, don't blame your farts on me because that's very traumatizing, especially in public. Like, as you know from my piece, my true crime story about how my mom blamed her fart on me. She is supposed to be making a guest appearance on my on the Midnight Madness to answer for that. It's been like 20 plus years in the making. And she's like, "Oh, you're getting your revenge now." I'm like, "Yes, I am. I hope it goes viral." It never did, but there's still hope, okay? As long as that article's out there, everyone in the world will know what she did to me. She publicly blamed me for a fart that wasn't mine. It wouldn't be so bad if it was mine, but it wasn't in front of a hot guy while I was like in my early 20s. Who does that to your own child? That is the worst. I would never, although my children did do that to me again shortly after that incident when we were in a gas station. One of them let out the biggest rippler, and they're like, "Mom, like who? Why? Do I have a sign on my forehead that says, 'Please blame me for your farts'? If you have the audacity to pass a fart, whether it's loud, whether it's stinky, whether it's like squeaky, then at least own that shit. I have never publicly farted in my life. If I was going to publicly fart in my life, I would own that shit. I mean, it's one thing to blame the dog, but don't blame your daughter. Don't blame your mom. That is so cruel. That is very, and especially for a shy person like me. You might not get it, guys. I might not sound, I might not sound shy to you, but I am very shy, especially if I don't know the person. And back in my 20s, I was like abhorrently shy. Like, I actually have struggled with agoraphobia over the years. Not laughing about it, but I'm thinking about how mortifying that was. Like, literally, it put a wedge between me and my mom for I wouldn't talk to, I wouldn't, no, I talked to her, but I wouldn't go out in public with her for like over 6 months. I was like, "I don't trust you. You're going to do it again." Like, I was like, "No." So here we are, Tara's Midnight Madness, and we are literally talking about farts and poo. But anyways, I want to get back to that peer review. Okay, guys, like seriously, come on. I know you think it's funny. Actually, 90% of women are more likely to find that funny than men. I mean, I tried reading that to my husband, and he's like, "That is so disgusting." I'm like, "You are a prude, dude." He's like, "I don't like to hear about it, publicly hear about it." And I was like, "What are you talking about right now?" So if you guys love me, please go and like it and share it, because I would really love that piece to go viral. Because, then maybe people will want to buy my merch. And then my husband, he has to swallow the fact that that piece alone helped me make a little money. No, just kidding. I'm so spiteful. Like, I'd be like, "So how's that poop money coming?" No, just kidding. Oh my God, that is so funny. Even if you just buy stickers, guys, like $6, do a girl a favor so I can be like, "The poop thing made money." Like, I'm serious. I don't know how you can't find it funny, okay? And number one, it's a natural bodily function, okay? And I mean, we've all had those questionable poops. I mean, literally think about it. There's the corn in the poo. Everybody has had one of those mysterious corn kernels show up in their poo. Okay? Like, I'm not the only one. I've heard about this. It's not like just a me phenomena. I'm not saying I have that happen to me often because, I don't eat corn all the while anymore, especially because it's all GMO and whatever, right? But I still love corn, actually. When I was little, my grandpa, my dad's dad, Grandpa Brian, he used to sit me in front of a TV and my grandma Barb and give me a bowl of corn. And it didn't matter what kind, okay? I wasn't a kid that liked chips. I just wanted to eat corn. I would love cream corn. I loved sweet corn, like sweet peaches and cream corn, like whatever, like corn on the cob. It didn't matter. I was obsessed with corn. And then you had my opa that said corn was pig's food. Oh, it was so funny. So yeah, enough about the corn tangent. People, you're gonna think I'm drunk, but I'm not, okay? I have 2 ranch waters sitting in my fridge, lime flavored, and I might tell you that is possibly one of the best alcoholic beverages I've ever had in my life. I found it by accident, all right? I don't like those sweet, like Mike's Hard Lemonades or anything. They're too sweet for me. I just don't care for them. I don't really like sweet, sweet juice. I kind of water mine down. I grew up like that. And yeah, it sucked as a kid. I hated it. But I mean, as an adult, I'm so used to it. When I drink something too sweet, I'm like, oh, it's too sweet for me. Um, I even have to get my French vanillas toned down, like half coffee, half French. I'm just like that. It to me is like, I love the little bit of sweet, but don't give me too much. So, especially the older I get, which is weird. I used to love chocolate. I used to be a chocoholic. I don't need it anymore. Well, that's not true. Maybe one week out of the month I need chocolate. I still need chocolate. Okay. We're not going there. That's just inappropriate. All right. So, back to the story about corn. No, I don't even know where I was. I don't know what my point was. I am exhausted, okay? I guess the whole point that I want to say is I am taking on a lot right now. Um, I do want to succeed. It's me not paying well, me not paywalling my stuff is not that I don't want to succeed. I just hope that I can do it through writing books, and also, merch. I think, I want to be able to be free to give you guys, oh, look, it's a UFO. What is that? It is such a weird shape. It's not a helicopter. It's got to be some sort of like, I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's a drone. I don't know. It's not like a flying ship or anything. I'm not saying, ooh, aliens. I mean, I might think there's aliens, but I'm not going to tell you guys all that. That's for me to know. Um, but all I know is that I am working really hard right now to produce some really good content and to um better myself as a writer and a content creator. I really enjoy all the aspects, which is why I started doing this Not a Podcast Cast show, because I enjoy doing that as well. I enjoy giving you guys a real life glimpse into me. I enjoy giving you guys the chance to get to know who I am as a person, even if it is crazy, zany, and weird. I mean, sometimes people go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But in a good way. I don't mind. Um, it's true though. Like what you see is what you get. Am I always this crazy? Well, whenever I'm in gremlin mode or chaos gremlin mode anyways, I get like that. I have my moods where, I tend to be really weird. I mean, I have autism. Again, I'm not labeling myself, but I mean, I do. And it's hard when you're trying to, you know, mask all day long and then you just kind of let your oddness come out. I'm just a special case, okay? I don't really mask anymore. I did that when I was younger. That's exhausting. I am too old to care. I think the older you get, the more your filter just breaks, okay? Like, literally, it breaks. It's just the way it is. You don't give a shit what other people think anymore. I mean, not entirely, not necessarily in a bad way, but when you're in your 20s and 30s, you're so uptight. I remember being so uptight, like so concerned. I would never have been able to get on here and do this. I mean, I'm not on video doing it, but I still feel perfectly comfortable doing this. That's good for me. I'm happy with this. Maybe in my 60s, I'll get on the video and do it. I don't know. But, I'm not ready for that yet. I don't even like video call. What's with that? That's so awkward. It's like if I couldn't see myself, maybe I'd be more into it. But then I just look at myself and go, "Oh, I look weird. Why am I making that face?" And I get all weirdly obsessed. I don't know. I hate it. I'm like, what's with that hair sticking out? Like, I just get distracted and it's really bad. And yes, I already get distracted as it is. So, I mean, I don't think we want to see what I look like on a video call or on a podcast with a video. Like, oh, hell no. I'd be like, okay, I don't want to see myself. This is good. This is weird. Um, I guess if they didn't show you on the camera looking at the camera, then that would be great. I could handle that. Um, I make weird faces when I talk. So that's like one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to do it. Cause I don't know, I just have weird facial expressions to go with my weirdness. Like I don't really know what they mean. I just weird like that. Apparently people that have like a really high skill in body language look at me like like they've said to me. They've actually said this to me. You are a freak of nature. Like I know body language, but you're unreadable. And I'm like, good, I like that. Okay. Don't study me like that. Like, you're not gonna profile me like that, okay? Um, I used to hate it though. Like I really used to hate being different. And now I just realize I'm just like, I love it. I embrace my nature. I don't care that I'm not like everyone else. And guess what? I'm okay with not being your cup of tea. And basically what I think about that is if I'm not your cup of tea, there's definitely a scroll on buy button. I don't think we have to be rude to people just because we don't care for who they are, what they produce, what they do, unless they're being rude to you first. And even then, I'm more likely to just ignore it now than I would back in the day. Because it doesn't really bother me. It's like, okay, so there must be something wrong with you if you have to spend your time shitting all over me and I didn't do anything to you except for just be someone you don't like. Since when is that really a big deal? I mean, that's all I'm saying is since when? It's not really a big deal. I don't expect that everybody's going to like me. I mean, there was a time where I wish they would. Like, who doesn't want to be popular when they're a kid? I was like always the weird one. And I can't even explain to you what made me weird. It was just weird. I was just weird. I was just different. I guess I asked questions other kids didn't. I think I thought about things and talked about things other kids didn't. I wasn't never really interested in the same things as they were. And I think that kind of goes for things now. I always liked people that were a lot younger than me or a lot older than me. Playing with people my own age has always been a little more awkward. I guess because I've always been in a different scenario in my life, like a different stage. So the stars never really aligned for my own age group, right? I mean, that could be it too. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't like people my own age. I'm just saying it's just different. Like it's harder. Even my husband's like 9 years older than me. Like, um, and I make fun of him all the time, believe me. And I like to use this as an excuse, but don't tell him when he's like, why are you so mature? And I'm like, because you have 9 years on me. Don't forget those 9 years make a lot of difference. But you know what? Even when I catch up, I'll always probably have that childlike, giddy kind of spirit, unless I get too old and then I get too tired and I don't have the energy. But I mean, even though I struggle with my physicality, like my physical illnesses and whatnot, which is just such a fucked bag of shit, anyways, um, uh, I still have all this hyper energy and it has to come out somewhere. Oftentimes I'm talking to people like family members or whatever, and they're like, you need to calm down. I'm not upset. I'm just excited. I'm an excitable person. I'm just a lot for people. I talk really fast sometimes. I get really excited, or if I'm into something, it's really enjoyable for me to talk about. Yeah, like I do. I talk too fast, and it kind of makes people feel weird. I even talk too fast when I talk to myself. But it's because my brain is really functioning at a very quick pace. So the thoughts are really coming. It's not like some trauma damage. Like, I mean, I've been traumatized, but I'm kind of over that. I think it has a lot more to do with just the fact that my brain is excitable. And also the volume tends to be an issue because I had a lot of hearing issues as a kid, yes, I did, but ear infections that scarred my eardrum. So I don't always notice the volume of my voice is loud. And plus, when you get passionate about something, and I get passionate about a lot of things, okay, especially this Substack. I get so passionate about that. Talking about my writing, talking about what I've read, talking about other people's art. I get so super excited. Substack is a great place. You guys are some really good friends of mine. I love you guys. Like, seriously, I've met kindred spirit friends, bosom buddies since I've started here. Bosom. How do you say that word? Bosom? Bosom. Bosom. bosom buddies. It's such a weird word because, the bosoms are titties too. Like, so, I mean, why don't we go around just saying titty buddies? Like, that's so, no, that came out wrong, dude. No, no. Anyways, moving along. Like, what is that? No. Okay. I don't know. Please don't call me your titty buddy. Oh no. That sounds like another article in the making. How bosom buddies are titty buddies. That's hilarious. All right then. Okay. Who should go to bed now? Who's overtired? Who's overstimulated? No, not me. No. I'm so glad to be able to be here tonight and to do this with you guys. It's a lot of fun for me. I don't know who tunes in, who actually listens, if anybody makes it to the end. But you know what? It just makes me feel good because I know somewhere out there underneath these stars, although I can't see them tonight because the clouds are pretty thick. Um, oh, look, there's one. And there's a crow. My crow friend came to say hello. And it's late at night and he usually doesn't. All right, so look, there's a butterfly. I'm sorry. Yes. Obviously, I might have a little ADD going on too. Um, where was I? Aren't I awesome? Isn't it fun? Don't you like listening to me? Um, yeah, so there's been a lot going on and I wanted to come on here and share. Like I'm doing quite a lot right now and it does feel good because I don't think I've felt this productive in a long time. Although I've been working too hard and I've been told to lay off, I need to take a break. So I might, now that I finished some of my projects, just, stop taking on so much. And, well, I don't have to, but I mean, you know what I mean. Like, I need to take a little bit of a rest. I might take a TV day tomorrow and watch some dramas or something. That would be really nice for me, I think. Mm. Lighting a smoke here. Um, I'm really proud of the things that I'm accomplishing. Like I said, it's not about money for me. I don't really want to ever paywall my Substack. And again, it's not because I don't value my own work. Because I had a couple people say to me, well, don't you value your own work? And it's like, I value it. Of course I do. I think I have a lot to offer and I want to share some things for free. I would rather try to earn money, like I said, by writing books. And I have a couple children's books that I want to publish on Amazon and my merch. I think that there's other ways. And I want to leave the subscribers to all of you guys because there's only so many subscribers. And guess what? People can't afford to pay for all of them. So better I leave them to you guys, anyways, because, you know, it's rough. It's tough out there, man. Um, and I totally respect people that do have paywalls. I think everybody has to do it their way, what they want to do. And again, I never really started off with the intention of monetizing anyways because I love writing so much. I really want to share certain things with the world, get my voice out there. And like I said, I think, writing books and right now it seems to be children's books that are coming really easily. I have put on pause 100 trials. It's not that I don't want to do that book, but I feel like right now things are too crazy and I'm not able to sit down and give it the attention it deserves. It's a really complex book with a lot of spiritual truths. It's going to be an amazing story, and I'm super excited about it. But I need a computer. It's really hard for me to have like story maps and stuff out. I don't have an office. I live in a house full of other people. It's just a big project for me to take on. And in order to handle that one, I need more. I need my adult son to move out and I need to turn his room into my office with bulletin boards that I can hang my storylines through and my arcs and everything else. And I also need a computer, which I'm working on, by the way, guys, but I'm not rich. So That's going to take some time to work my way up to getting a computer with the proper headset, blah, blah, blah. For now, I'm a phone master. There isn't anything I can't do on my phone. So, I mean, I'm getting some skills. It's just really frustrating, and you run into some serious difficulties. Um, what else? What else can I tell you? I'm really feeling a sense of accomplishment and pride. I'm really enjoying the work I'm doing. I'm learning a lot. From the very first moment that I set foot into Substack in mid-April of this year, I have grown exponentially in my writing style, in finding out who I am. When I first started here, I really didn't know what I wanted my mission to be, and it's slowly evolving. And it's continuing to evolve, and I hope I continue to grow. I had to go on and change all my original mission statements here on Substack because I've really discovered, that I can't really be pigeonholed into one box. I just can't. I love writing about the trauma pieces I do, but for me, I have a lot of passion in like many different areas, and I just wanna I wanna be able to freely flow those ideas and not get stuck into one genre. I just don't feel that's me. And if it means that I can't grow the way that somebody else might grow, that's okay. I'm willing to take that as a, consequence to my rebellious actions, and even the posting more than, you know, twice a week rule. I can't follow that, guys. Like, really, I just can't. It's too much for me. Because I get so many ideas and I really want to jot them down. And I get that it doesn't really allow people to soak in to the pieces as easily. I understand that. But to me, I just can't wait to share them with you guys. And I guess whoever gets it, you know? Oh yeah. And originally I was talking about that fecal matter fake peer mock peer review. Guys, if you've ever read a peer review, it is so funny. I mean, I've even got the fake references. I mean, if you go in and pay attention, there's some Easter eggs in there that you aren't expecting. And trust me, you're going to laugh if you catch them. You really got to check out that piece on a closer level. It's funny as hell. I mean, come on. Come on, you guys. Don't tell me that you don't like poop. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, not like poop. I mean, nobody likes poop, okay? I'm not saying go eat it or go smell it or anything. I'm saying there's some really funny freaking poop references in there. I was talking about the corn and the poo, and I got off on a tangent. But I mean, there's the ghost poo, that you, I mean, you don't have to be embarrassed, guys. I mean, like, poo is natural, right? Like, I mean, there's got to be some healthcare people, there's got to be some scientists. Did you know that there is a study of poo? Like, somebody, microbiologists do study poo, and there is somebody that actually studies feces for a living. I mean, maybe you know one. You could send them my paper. I've actually thought about doing it as kind of like a prank. I was wondering if I should send a microbiologist or, like like a scientific magazine my fake peer review, just to make the editor's day, just so they laugh. I think that would be hilarious. But then again, I can't be the fly on the wall to see the reaction. So would it be that funny? Like, none of you guys think it's funny. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. I literally laughed until I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I did. That poop thing, and so did my friend too, okay? Like, we both were laughing until we cried. And it was just such a disappointment. That one flopped so hard. I was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Really, you guys? Come on." I guess I'm just the only one with a little 10-year-old boy sense of humor. Um, yeah, it was good. It was really good. I did put that one on LinkedIn. I had to. I'm like, there's got to be somebody on here that would appreciate it. Oh my goodness. And like I said, I've read so many peer review studies that like I kind of just knew what to do. It was just one of those chance moments. If I'm really proud of any of my pieces, this is going to sound really insane, but I love that one so bad. I think it's because it took a lot of thinking. It was challenging to write, and it was hilarious. And like I said, I laughed till I cried. Like there are pieces that you cry your way through because they're sad and they bring up emotion and they help you release things. But I was dying with laughter for that one. I just thought it was fantabulous. Like I love it. Um yeah. So, yes, that's a weird piece to be proud of, sure. But I really hope that one day it finds the right group of people that give it the love they deserve. So I'm not going to give up on that piece. I'm going to try to find a group of scientists. If you know a microbiologist that you think would appreciate that one, send it in an email. I would greatly appreciate it finding its way to the right set of people. Maybe even, a doctor would find it funny. Anybody with a microscope. I don't know. Um, I guess it depends on their sense of humor. Uh, Although don't send it to anybody that you'll traumatize. I still remember getting traumatized in an email once. My mom two girl one cupped me. Okay, I don't know if you guys are all familiar with that, but it is the most rankest video ever. And years ago, it was going viral in emails because we didn't have like the same kinds of messaging communication chats that we have now. And I remember opening an email from my mother literally expecting that it was going to be safe because why wouldn't it be? It's from my mom. Well, let me tell you, I was greeted to this sight that shocked me. I couldn't figure out what I was looking at first. It was weird. And then I saw two women doing crazy sexy stuff while eating each other's poo. And you know what? I'm not, no word of a lie. I threw up right then and there into the garbage can right beside me. I was sitting actually at her computer, and when I opened this thing and she had a garbage can right next to it, I literally puked. I will never forget watching somebody else eat poo will always make me insta throw up. That is just non-negotiable. I cannot. I might joke about poo, but watching somebody else eat it, no. Let me tell you another story about the time I puked watching somebody eat poo. So gross. I was working at a care home for adults with developmental and physical handicaps, and one of my clients was watching TV and I was doing my chores. We have a list of responsibilities that we have to do when we're, taking care of our clients. And I was cleaning up and I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And he's like, Tara, come here, come here. And he was watching this show called Jackass. Well, I had never watched it. I'd never seen it. And I'd only kind of heard about it. So I didn't really know. So I go in and and he's like, look. And somebody was taking a bite out of a log. I promise you I puked. I had to run and puke in the garbage can. It was the worst. And he bugged me for months after that incident. A year later, he was still laughing at me. And he would tell everybody else that came on shift every day for a year that I threw up because he made me watch that clip. I literally cannot handle it. If I see somebody eating poo, I will puke. Man, even thinking about it upsets my stomach. It's hard to believe that I was carried for so many years and my stomach is that weak. But oh no, no, no. There are just some things that no, that was wrong. But yeah, my mom 2-year-old one cupped me. For those of you that know, you know. For those of you that don't, I don't recommend you look for it. It is nasty and disgusting. And she said she did it to me because somebody did it to her. I'm like, that is cruel and traumatic. Ugh. It reminds me of the time my boys were teenagers and they blue waffled me, okay? Because that was the biggest thing of their day. It was some sort of fake ST D or STI or whatever you want to call it. And I got blue waffled by my kids. And yes, they were older at the time, but it was so gross. I was like, what is this? I was riding the bus home from work with a coworker of all people, actually. And I opened my freaking instant message and there was a picture of the blue waffle. I was traumatized by that too. I was like, what is this? And I was convinced it was real too. I was like, that's disgusting. Yep. So I've had some interesting pranks pulled on me for sure. And they still laugh about doing it to me this day. I'm like, that's nasty, you guys. Nasty, nasty. Um I think that's part of the problem when you have kids really young. It's hard to see your mom's like the same way I guess other people do. I think being a young parent made me a lot more approachable to them, for some things than maybe an older mom would be, but I don't know. I'm just taking a guess because I'm like, that's not normal, right? I'm pretty sure other people aren't sending their moms that. Like, don't do it. Like, please don't do that. Like, come on, guys. Um, so many years ago now, it's so funny. I think about it. I was just like, oh, that's gross. Yeah. So Tara's Midnight Madness has been quite the eclectic collage of corn in the poo and blue waffles and two girls one cup. Holy man, guys, like seriously. It is definitely, a Midnight Madness show after all. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes I'm going to give you my philosophical advice. We're going to get deep, and sometimes we're just going to stay in the shallows and play. And that is precisely what we've done here tonight. I appreciate you. I hope that, everything's going good in your life. For me, I've been going through some really challenging experiences right now, but also really healing and cathartic as well. And also, I'm throwing myself deeply into my work because I am very passionate, but I'm being told again that I need to calm down and relax and just, stop stressing. So I think I'm going to listen to that advice and maybe just chill tomorrow. Like, I've been really uptight for the last couple days and I'm not sure why. I think it's because I'm not a competitive person, but I'm always trying to do better against myself. I'm always pushing myself. And that's where I used to be quite the workaholic because I was always trying to do better and better and better and be that perfectionist. And it's annoying. Even I'm tired of it. Anyways, guys, as you can tell, I am exhausted. And it is now what time? 1:50 a.m. So I have been on here for 42 minutes and 23 seconds. I think this is enough craziness for all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Tara's Midnight Madness. Have a good night, and we will see you again whenever. That's why it is called Not a Podcast Cast. Alrighty, guys. Later, peoples.